I want to dive in. I want to talk about Derek Carr. The move that really, I'm curious if we'll find out why it happened, the Marcus Mariota move, because that was a 2-year deal, $17.6 million. I'm like, that's a lot for a backup. Something's going on there. And we know that John Gruden, there's kind of a joke on the internet. He struggles with monogamy with quarterbacks. Yeah. He's so like everywhere he's been, he's kind of bounced around. Derek Carr might be his longest tenured quarterback, if I'm not wrong. I might be wrong about that, but it's something close to that at least. Does John Gruden like Derek Carr?
I think John Gruden, he always compares every single quarterback he's ever worked with to the one that got away, his first love that he fell madly in love with, and he compares every single quarterback to that guy, and that's Brett Favre. He's just like John Madden. Like, football coaches love Brett Favre because he did stuff that very few people that have ever played the game have been able to do before or since. Patrick Mahomes is probably the closest thing we've seen to Brett Favre since Brett Favre, and that was, a 20-year gap?
Well, like, imagine Andy Reid having to try to coach another quarterback after Patrick Mahomes. Nothing would feel the same.
Nothing would ever feel
again.
the same. So I think all these old ball coaches that have been around since the 80s and 90s that either coached Brett Favre or coached against Brett Favre, everybody gets compared to what he was able to do, both good and bad. And like you with these crazy prospects that Gruden, when he was doing the QB camps, like Andrew Luck, he fell madly in love with Andrew Luck. And so I think because he knows greatness when he sees it, he's always comparing.
It's hard not to chase more.
It's a drug to him. And Derek Carr's fine. But nobody would ever confuse him for Andrew Luck. Nobody would ever confuse him for Brett Favre. So, of course, John's always going to compare him against these guys that he's worked with or known or coached against that he absolutely loved. Like, it's unfair to Derek, but that's just how John operates.
Yeah, I look at Derek, I watched this film, I'm like, I see a franchise quarterback. He's got problems, he's learning, and I think as a team, too, the Raiders made a lot of mistakes and like that. Like, you can't have random, like, they had a toss play where they throw a toss to nobody, and you're like, that can't happen in the NFL.
No.
I'm sorry, but little things like that, just so many mistakes. I think Derek Carr, though, despite little flaws, am I wrong? You said he sounds like a good guy. I think he's a franchise quarterback. Am I wrong on that?
I think he's, everybody always talked about the Dalton line of like, where's the minimum that you can get away with having? Like, he's there, and it's not a bad thing. The Dalton line was not a bad thing. It's just he's kind of the bar for what you hope to get, like where you don't feel an immediate need to replace them, but if you found somebody better, you wouldn't hesitate. Alex Smith was there. Obviously, Andy was there when Cincinnati was in position to get Joe Burrow. Where it's like you're not desperate to replace him, but if somebody comes along or you have an opportunity to with somebody who you think is going to be way better, then you will not hesitate to pull the trigger. I would say Joe Flacco was there too. They got Lamar, they realized what they had. They're like, all right, Joe, 4 games and you're out.
Look at what the Raiders have done with Mike Glennon. They thought maybe he's had something. They're braiding Mariota. They're always kind of throwing darts at the wall, seeing if they can get a thing better than Derek Carr.
Yeah, because if you have a quarterback like Derek Carr, where you're not in trouble if he's starting, but you're always looking to upgrade, you might as well throw some darts at the dartboard and just see what you can get. Because again, Marcus Mariota was a top 2 overall pick. He had talent, not great arm talent, but in terms of mobility and everything like that, he's a good kid. He's coachable. I think he definitely has his flaws in terms of being able to handle pressure. I would say he struggles against coverage rotations. Like, there's stuff that he's not good at, and at this point, I don't know if he'll ever be good at, but you at least can recognize the talent and take a chance on it when your quarterback is an average starter quarterback. So I get why they did it, but at the same time, do I expect Marcus Mariota to beat out Derek Carr ever? Probably not. But, I get why they did it.